A for the day, what's that called? Starts with an S. It's a system. This is the point of intersection. Very good. That's the solution to the system. Now, we have three ways that we've learned to solve for systems. What's the first way? Graphing. Very good. Substitution and elimination. Okay, so today is the day that we kind of finalize our solving for systems. We will be ready to test next week. Okay, and so we're going to get you ready to do it. So in case there's something you missed, today is definitely a day you want to buckle down. I'm recording the video because obviously we have some people gone today at that Chanhassen Dinner Theater. And at the top of your notes, you can write, it says, I can solve systems using elimination. Okay, that's your I can statement for the day. We've really had three statements. I can solve by graphing, I can solve by substitution, and I can solve systems by elimination. Okay? So we're going to outline our steps again. Today is just slightly different from yesterday. You guys did very well on your checkpoint today. So I think you're going to have great success with this one. But you can outline this problem in your notes. So as you can see, your notes say, example 1, you can write down 8x plus 3y is 10, and 2x minus y is 6. Okay. Okay, here we have it. Write down this example, 8x plus 3y is 10, 2x minus y is 6. You can see the first step that we use for solving elimination is that we need these to be in standard form. It says place into standard form. The second one says identify the additive inverse. We'll see what you remember. Anybody know what the additive inverse for negative 4 is? What would I add a negative 4 to get 0? Yeah, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. What if I had a positive 5? What would the additive inverse be? Negative 5. Now, what if I had 7x? What would the additive inverse be there? Negative 7x. So as you look at this example right here, are 8x and 2x, are those additive inverses? They are not. What about 3y and negative y? Are those additive inverses? They are not, because when you add them together, you just get 2y. So what you have to do in this situation is multiply through by a constant. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these and we're going to multiply through by something so that we create an additive inverse. So if you look at the very first equation, I'm going to keep that one alone. I'm going to keep 8x plus 3y is equal to 10. I'm okay with that problem. But wouldn't you agree that if I, instead of having a negative y, suppose I had a negative, what do I want here to create an additive inverse? If I have 3y, what's the additive inverse of 3y? Negative 3y. I want a negative 3y there. So what would I multiply by in order to get a negative 3y? Yeah. Multiply through by a constant. So I'm going to multiply through by 3. And watch what happens. What is 3 times 2x? 6x. What's 3 times negative y? Negative 3y. And what is 3 times 6? 18. Do I now have additive inverses? Yeah, so now I can add them together and get something to cancel. What's going to cancel? 8x plus 6x is 14x. Okay, the 3y and negative 3y make 0. What is 10 and 18? 28. Divide by 14, and I get x is 2. So the x value of my solution set is 2. So I would like to find the y value. What do I do in order to find the y value? Would you like to plug in the top or the bottom? What is 8 times 2? 16 plus 3y is 10. How do I solve? Minus 16. 3y is equal to, what's 10 minus 16? Negative 6. And I divide by 3, and I get y is negative 2. So my solution set is 2, negative 2. So the difference with today, yesterday for elimination, everything matched up. You just had to add them together. Today, that's not the case. Today, what's going to happen is they don't match up. You have to multiply through by something. Please go down to the next problem. For the next problem, I'd like you to write negative x minus y equals negative 3. And write 5x plus 3y is equal to 1. Suppose I wanted the x's to go away. What is the additive inverse for 5x? So I would need a negative 5x. Suppose you wanted the y's to go away. What would be the additive inverse for 3y? So in this situation, you really get to choose. Would you like to make the x's go away, or would you like to make the y's go away? Okay, Kylie would like to make the y's go away. You said y's, right? So Kylie wants to make the y's go away. So if she wants to make the y's go away, I'll multiply that through by 3. And I'm just going to take that equation and multiply through by 3, and I'm going to place it right underneath here. What is 3 times negative x? What is 3 times negative y? And what is 3 times negative 3? Negative 9. I can now add them together. If I do add them together, what's going to cancel? Exactly like Kylie said. She said, I want the y's to go away. As you notice, they do cancel right now. What is the 5x plus negative 3x? 2x. What's 1 plus negative 9? Negative 8. I solve by dividing both sides by 2, and I get x is negative 4. Great. If x is negative 4, how do I find y? Plug it in. Would you like to plug it in for the top equation or the bottom equation? Bottom, okay. What's 5 times negative 4? Negative 20 plus 3y is equal to 1. Solve by adding 20. 3y is equal to 21. Divide by 3. Y is 7. So it looks like negative 4, 7 is my solution. What do you think? Kind of like yesterday? I'm going too fast. I will slow down. Shadir's shaking her head. Shadir, what are you thinking? What's that? Which part are you confused with? Okay. All right. As we go through the next one, you help me walk through it so we can all get it together. For the next problem, please write 9x minus 3y equals 54. And please write 3x plus 8y equals negative 9. Shadir is going to help us walk through this problem together because she is a genius. Interesting. I would like to try to make either the x's go away or the y's to go away. What's the additive inverse for 9x? Negative 9x. Can I make that into a negative 9x? What would I multiply by? Negative 3. Yeah. What's the additive inverse for negative 3y? Can I make the 8y into a 3y? That really doesn't work too well, does it? So as you try to make a choice here of what to get rid of, it looks like the best choice is to try to get rid of your x's by multiplying the bottom through by what? Negative 3. Very good. Yes. Because I can make this into a negative 9x. It would be tough to make this into a negative 8y. Or it would be tough to make this into a positive 3y. You have to think about, so there's not always a specific one to choose all the time based off just looking at it. What you have to do, Shadir, is you have to be able to think about, can I make the negative, can I make the 8 into a positive 3y? That would be tough to do, wouldn't it? Can I make the 3 into a negative 9? Yeah. So you kind of got to look at all four and see, could I multiply them to create an additive inverse? So I multiplied by negative 3. I have the top equation, 9x minus 3y is 54. And for the bottom one, when I multiply by negative 3, what do I get? Negative 3 times negative 9, positive 27. Excellent. I'm going to add these together. As I add them together, which ones cancel? The 9x's go away. The negative 3y and the negative 24y. Negative 27y. 54 and 27. Divide by y is negative 3. Now, Shadir, this is the part where you said you got a little bit confused. Shadir, would you like to plug the negative 3 back into the top or back into the bottom? Okay, so you'd like to plug it back into the bottom. So I'm left with a 3x plus, what is 8 times negative 3? Negative 24 equals negative 9. How do I solve that equation? What do I do to both sides? I add 24 because it's negative. 3x is equal to negative 9, positive 24. That makes 15. Divide by 3. X is 5. Let's try one final problem. Write down 5x plus 2y equals negative 1. And 3x plus 7y is equal to 11. Five x plus 2y is negative 1, and 3x plus 7y is 11. This is challenging. Look at this situation. Can you multiply the 5 to get a negative 3? Can you multiply the 3 to get a negative 5? Can you multiply the 2 to get a negative 7? Can you multiply the 7 to get a negative 2? So in this situation, we have to multiply both the top and the bottom. Okay, so Jonathan sees something. He sees that both the 3 and the 5 will multiply to a number. What is that number? 15. So Jonathan is going to try to create a 15x and a negative 15x. Now, he could do the same thing for the y's. What number do both the 2 and the 7 multiply to? So he could try to create a 14y and a negative 14y. You can do either or, but since Jonathan came up with the thought, we're going to let him go with that. Okay, so he's going to try to get rid of the x's. So you tell me, if I wanted to create a 15x, what would I multiply the top through by? 3. If I wanted to create a negative 15x, what do I multiply the bottom through by? Negative 5. So notice we always want one to be positive, one to be negative. So it's not just that you can multiply one equation, you can multiply both of them. We multiply by 5 or by 3. 3 times 5x is plus 3 times 2y. 3 times negative 1. Negative 5 times 3x. Negative 5 times 7y. And negative 5 times 11. And I will take those and I will add them together. What happens with the x's? 6y and negative 35y. Negative 29y. And then negative 3 and negative 55. Negative 58. What do I do? I get y is 2. Very good. In order to solve for x, what do I do with that y value of 2? I plug it back in. Would you like to plug in the top or the bottom? The top, I have 5x plus, what is 2 times 2? 4 is equal to negative 1. How do I solve? 5x is equal to negative 5. Divide by 5. X is? Very good. Good work, folks. Okay. You have your assignment in front of you. You've now learned all the parts: graphing, substitution, and elimination. It's going to be time for us to practice this and solidify our learning so we can test. Right now, our schedule will be to test next week, most likely Thursday. On Wednesday or on Tuesday, you guys will not have me for class. Okay, thank you for your thoughts. I will be proctoring the MCA or the ACT test for all the juniors. So I don't know which classroom you'll be in, but this room will be used for testing. So we need to roll through that. But I will promise you that during that day, you will be given a chance to work on a review assignment, reviewing all these things to get ready for a test. So I'll probably have a video, go over some review. You guys will be active with that. Obviously, you guys know the expectation when you don't have me as a teacher, right? We've kind of been down that road, right? We've gone through that. So please make sure you follow through. And you guys are used to the videos and stuff like that.